Okay, so I had to reinstall the recorder app. I had to reformat or do a factory reset on my phone. Now I can't go to Google while I'm using it, so I already went there and did a screenshot. So I'm doing a survey. Not now. Library. Screenshot. Hang on. Well, that'll work. I screenshotted it with Google Maps in the background. But anyhow, I Googled who has the best fuel point system. And Google says the Love's Truck Stops. But it's been my experience that it's the Flying J and the Pilot.
GPS signal lost.
So, what do you know? What do you think? What do you say? What's your experience as a driver? Hang on, let me go back. There we go. That map in the corner was kind of driving me crazy. So, I'm already crazy though. So this is saying that it's the Loves. And I don't know if that's because, basically after so many fuels, you get unlimited drinks and unlimited showers, blah, blah, blah. Which is cool if their drinks didn't suck. I'd say all of their drinks pretty much suck. They're watered down. They taste like crap. And what's the point of having a free drink if the drink sucks, right? So the Pilot, the Flying J, they have a lot better drinks, coffee, soda, whatever. They don't dilute it. But you don't get it for free either. You got to use your points or whatever. But I'd rather pay for something or use my points to get something that is better than get something for free that sucks. So, yeah, I mean, when I was fueling at the Loves, I never got their drinks, even though they were free, because they sucked. I don't know if they still suck, but they've sucked for a long time. So past predicts future. And so I typically fuel at the Pilot and the Flying J. Now, with the Pilot and the Flying J...
3 miles, take exit 31 on the left, onto I-29 towards St. Joseph.
I figured out a trick to maximize your point system as quickly as possible. And I made a video on this a couple years ago. So basically, you figure out what the minimum you're allowed to get to bump you up to the next level. So, the minimum is, I think, 70 gallons. And to be honest, as much as we drive, 70 gallons is probably not enough per day. It just depends on how much you're going to drive, how much you drive, or how much fuel, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, I typically do about 100 gallons a day, as far as my mileage goes and whatever. So sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. But on average, I probably use about 100 gallons a day. So typically, what I do depends on where my fuel level is. Of course, my fuel gauge is kind of jacked up. It says that I got a quarter tank of fuel, but really it's closer to half. So when it gets into the red, when I got an eighth of a tank, then it's actually half. I'll put in about 120 gallons. But anyway,
1 mile ahead, take left exit 31 to I-29 north.
so yeah, I got two 120 gallon tanks. And like I said, I'll fuel. We got light loads. You know, I'll do maybe 400 or 500 miles a day, but our loads are probably like 20,000 pounds max. In fact, I think,
Take exit 31 on the left.
and of course they guesstimate the weight, but I think our maximum guesstimation weight is like 18,000. So we're pretty light
0.3 miles ahead, take
all the
left
time.
exit 31 to I-29
So we get really good fuel mileage. I haven't actually tracked the fuel mileage on this truck. I need to
take left exit 31 to I-29 north.
figure out how to do that actually, because this truck ain't as cool as some of the other trucks where you can actually hang on. Yeah, I don't know what the fuel mileage is. But anyway, I'll have to actually keep track. But I don't think this truck will tell me what my fuel mileage is. My GPS might tell me what my average No, it won't tell me nothing. It just tells me what my average speed is per day. Anyway,
155 miles ahead, take exit 48 to I-80.
so the point is, sorry, I tend to go off on rabbit trails. I gotta move the screen around a little bit so that it doesn't time out on me. The point is, okay, so I do about 100 miles a day. So it depends on how many miles you do per day. What I'll typically do is the first day I'll start out, I'll fuel 70 gallons, 70, 75 gallons. And then the second day, depending on how low my tanks are, the second day, probably about the same, 70, 75 gallons. And then, because what the Pilot Flying J does is you get 1 point per gallon starting out. Then once you fuel the first day, you get a half a point. So the next time you fuel, you get 1.5 cents per gallon. Then after that, you get 2 cents per gallon. Then 2.5, then 3, then 3.5, then 4. Sometimes they'll let you bump up to 5. But, you know, you got to go to the half first, 4.5 cents per gallon. Then you get 5 cents a gallon. But you don't have to get, like, an ungodly amount of fuel to bump up to the next level like you do at the Loves. And that's why, I mean, unless the Loves change the way they do their bonus bump up to the next level thing. But the last time I checked, you had to get like 1,500 gallons
Way station ahead.
to bump up to the next level. Where with the Pilot Flying J, technically, you only need 150 gallons to bump up to the next level. if you're going by the penny. So, like I said, first day I'll go 70, 75 gallons. Second day I'll do 70, 75 gallons. That's the minimum. And then, unless I need more, then I'll get more. But I'll try to do as close to the minimum as possible. Until I'm after, like, what is it? So 4 cents, it would take 8 days. No. Because you start out with 1. So it's 3, 6. So after about a week, you're already maxed out. And then you can top off your tanks, and it doesn't matter. You get your full 4 or 5 cents per gallon every time you fuel, which is freaking awesome. But with the Loves, it'll take a little longer to max out your point system. Like I said, yeah, you get free drinks there, but their drinks suck. Donkey balls. But anyways, I don't know what donkey balls taste like. But anyways, their drinks suck. At least the last time I tried them. Maybe I should swing by and give it a shot. But, soda's not really that healthy for you anyway. And coffee really isn't either. But coffee's a lot healthier for you than soda. And, but yeah, I mean, shoot, if their coffee was any good, especially in the winter, I'd be drinking more coffee. But last time I had their coffee, it sucked. Last time I had their soda, it sucked. So, Pilot Flying J, they got better soda, they got better coffee, they got better pretty much everything, I think. So, I personally love the Pilot Flying J. I used to love the TAs and the Petros, not because of their point system, but because they used to be more trucker friendly. Now, they suck too. They charge for half their parking. They used to have Stay Fit workout rooms in a lot of their truck stops, but they've taken a lot of those out. I mean, occasionally I still see one, but you don't see them anymore hardly. And I used to promote that like crazy when I had truckerdate.com up and running. I would still promote it because I'm about health and fitness. That's one of the reasons why I voted for Trump, is because he's got RFK on his side, on his team. I was going to vote for RFK, but the Democrats kept giving him crap and wouldn't let him run. So he finally dropped out and voted for, or endorsed Trump. So I jumped on the Trump train. A lot better than the alternative. And I would have voted for a woman. Not that woman. I would have voted maybe for Tulsi Gabbard, but not Kamala. But anyways, enough politics. But yeah, I'm about health and nutrition. I'm not 100%, I'm not hardcore like some of these people where I'll beat you with the ruler if you don't do what I say, or if you don't follow the regimen 100%. I don't follow the regimen 100%. I don't think anybody does. And the people who say they do, they don't. They do the other stuff in secret most of the time. Maybe 1% actually does practice what they preach. 99 to 100%. I practice what I preach probably 75%. Because I love chocolate. I like soda too, but I know it's not good for me. So I try not to drink it. I typically only get soda with my meal. So if I stop and I'll stop every once in a while and get Arby's. I love those Arby's Greek gyros. Pretty soon I'll be able to make my own, because I'm gonna be raising. I'm buying sheep from a friend, and and then I'm gonna get a Dorper Ram from a friend of a friend, so that I can change up the bloodline, because this next batch of babies that these sheep are gonna have are gonna be, not all of them are gonna be inbred, but a couple of them will be. So I don't, I want to break that up. You don't want your animals to be too inbred. They start having medical problems. But yeah, soon I already have goats, and soon I'll have lamb, and soon I'll have pork, although pork's not really that healthy for you either. I eat a little bit of pork, but not very much. But there's a lot of people who do. So for me, the pork will be more of a moneymaker. Not a lot of people eat goat unless you're Middle Eastern or Seventh-day Adventist or Sabbath keepers. They're the ones who are like hardcore halal or kosher or I don't know what the other one's called, but they say they eat biblically clean. So whatever that means. I know what it means, but I don't know if they have an actual word for it besides kosher and halal. But anyway, I try to eat as kosher and vegan as possible. So I can't be 100% vegan. I already tried. I'm a carnivore or a herbivore. More carnivore than herbivore, I think. I love meat. One of my favorite videos is this little black girl's walking and she sees a cow and she points at it and goes, hamburger. And her mom or somebody says, you can't call him that. And then she goes, cheese on mine. I love it. It's hilarious. Bobbing her head while she's walking. She goes, cheese on mine. It's hilarious. But anyway, it was a little difficult for me to eat my first goats that I butchered. But, because I raised them. I try not to get too attached to them. But, yeah, I raised them. So, but yeah, it's a lot healthier. And so that's why I'm raising my own food. That's why I have my own farm. And I'm, went out into the country, got out of the city, raised my own food. But anyway, that's not the point. Point is, I used to like the TAs and the Petros because they had the Stay Fit workout rooms. They had Stay Fit options on their menus in their restaurant. They actually had a sit-down restaurant, and so they tried to promote more of a healthy diet and atmosphere for truckers. I don't know if they still do that as much. I think they got away from it. They had basketball courts. They had walking trails, but after, I'm not sure if we can still say this word or not, after C19, C19, you gotta speak in tongues, otherwise YouTube will censor you. I need to get on Rumble. I haven't done it yet. Maybe one of these days. But yeah, they charge for half their parking. They're just not as good as they used to be. They do have still service shops, but so does the Loves and some Pilot Flying J's. So the Loves is definitely outperforming the TAs and the Petros. TAs and the Petros need to get their act together. And what else do we have? We have Sap Brothers. I do like the Sap Brothers. We got the Coffee Cup, but they're only like up north. Coffee Cup is. the nice thing about the coffee cup is you get unlimited showers, sorta. So every time you fuel, you get a shower point, and it never expires. This one lady said this one guy has like a couple hundred or 1,000 showers on his shower card because they never expire. I was like, wow. I got a couple dozen. But, that way I know if I'm ever up in North or South Dakota, which that's where I'm going today, and I need a shower, boom, coffee cup, I can get a shower. Never expires. That's freaking awesome. So, yeah. And I think your points never expire either. But I don't go to the coffee cup very much. But it seems like a pretty cool truck stop. I don't know if they have a better fuel point system, but they're only up here in North and South Dakota that I know of. So out of the big chains, you got Sap Brothers. Their point system is okay, I think. I used to have to fuel there, and I know their showers don't expire for like 10 days, but I don't think they have like any special like point systems where they might be better than anybody else. I think the Pilot, Flying J, and the Loves have the most competitive fuel pointing system. But I personally think maybe the Pilot and the Flying J are the best. There's some other truck stops out there, but they're not the big chains, so they don't have, you can't, use the point system everywhere you go like you can the big three. The big three, kind of like the stock market. Which, by the way, I hope you like my stock videos. I won't be posting a lot of them on my trucking profile, but I'll post them every once in a while. Just kind of give you an update on where I am. I'm only at $111 a month. I need to throw a zero on that. But, hey, I got it figured out that if I keep investing in BITO and KLIP, I'll increase my dividends per month by $40, maybe 50 tops. And then that's every month. And then but I'll be reinvesting that. So I'll have to use less of my own money to reinvest. And then once I get my credit cards paid down, then I'll be buying more other stocks that don't pay as high of a dividend yield. These two pay the best, but you got to be careful with high yielding dividend stocks because they could be high risk. So they say the higher the yield, the higher the risk. So the lower yielding dividend stocks don't pay as much, but they're more focused on growth. And so you'll get more cash value from them. Where the higher dividend yield ones will give you a better monthly residual income. And so that's what I'm mostly focusing on, is residual income rather than cash value. But once I get my debt paid down, I'll be investing in stuff that pays less of a yield. Basically, my formula is whatever the interest rate is on my debt, the highest interest rate on my debt, I take that and then I look at dividend yields and I'll invest in stocks that pay more yield than the interest rate on my debt. And then eventually I'll get my stocks built up to where they're paying me more than what I have to pay in interest on my debt. And then eventually I'll get debt free, and then eventually I can retire and blah, blah, blah. So, but that's another video for another day. There's another thing I wanted to talk about too. But I'll talk about that another day also. Anyways, so yeah, which truck stops have the best point system? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Like I said, I think it's the Pilot Flying J. You get 70, 75 gallons a day, and then and then you get bumped up to the next level. So let's look up I don't know why that keeps putting me on Wi-Fi. Anyhow. I don't care about that. Alright, points. My rewards. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Damn it. I'm in a pickle. This truck driver needs to adjust his headlights. Blind the crap out of it. Okay. So 500 gallons. Okay, so first 500 gallons, you get a penny per gallon. Then after 500 gallons, from 500 to 1,000 gallons, you get 2 cents. Then 1,000 to 1,500, you get 3 cents. So you need 1,500 gallons to get 4 cents per mile. Son of a bitch. Okay. With them, you got to get a minimum of 50 gallons. Where the Pilot Flying J, you got to get a minimum of 70. Where the TA and Petro, you got to get a minimum of 60 in order to get a shower. And I don't know if the TA and the Petro do drink credits or not. They used to way back in the day, but I don't know if they do anymore.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
So basically, once you bump up to 1,000 gallons, you get unlimited drinks and showers. But again, their drinks suck. So it's not really worth it. Alright, so we got 1,500 gallons.
Speed warning.
Oh, there it is. Sorry. So you need 150 gallons at the Pilot and the Flying J to bump up to the next level.
Speed warning.
That would be 3 cents. So you only, by the time you're making 4 cents a gallon at the Pilot Flying J, you still haven't got enough fuel to bump up to 2 cents per gallon at the Loves. So that's what I thought. But anyway, yeah. Again, like I said, if they give better drink, if they got better drinks now than they used to, then it might be worth it. The Loves, but otherwise, yeah, I think Google's wrong on this one. There we go. I gotta be careful because it didn't give me the notification that it muted my mic, and my mic might be muted already. I don't know. So I may have been just talking to myself this whole time. But I will find out when I get done with this video. But anyways, yeah, I think the Pilot and the Flying J are the best. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. What's your theory? What do you think? Let me know. Anyways, yeah, I'm still here at Premiere, and it's still going good for the most part. But I think once I get my dividend stocks up to where I can go find something where I can work 4 days a week, then I'm gonna quit. But until then, I'm gonna stick it out here. But anyhow, all right, party on.